So guys, I wanted to come here to take a shower this morning, and like I just turned on the shower, and it was just like, hey, you want to get wet, right? Have an absolute ton of water pressure. Like, I don't know if you can see this, but it's pretty fucking extreme. It's creating wind drafts. Yeah, it's definitely wet. Oh god. Normal? I just went back to normal. Well, I got this segment in the nick of time. Happy Easter, everybody. What you get for Easter?
These things, which look like they're brand new and I have no idea what they are.
Are you gonna try one?
Yeah.
Are you gonna find a white cookie and win $1,000?
I don't know. Am I gonna find a white cookie and win $1,000? I don't know. Let's see what the Hershey company has given me. Hey, there's like a whole bunch of cookies.
How do those make you feel?
Are they Cadbury cream eggs with a cookie? They make me a bit sad that it's not a Cadbury cream egg.
But oh well.
But oh well.
Either way, yeah, happy Easter, everybody. You are going to need to build a model soon.
I mean, you wanted to time lapse it.
Yeah, I might try to time lapse it with the GoPro just because why the fuck not? Yeah. These past couple days have just been weird for the vlogs. It's just been like, try stuff out. See what works. See what doesn't work. I don't know. It'll be interesting to take it all into the post house and just see what happens. Right, Copper? Psst. Psst. You got picked.
I did get picked.
You have a cat. You finished your model.
I did. It's on the windowsill.
There it is.
Now it's time to clean up the table.
Yeah, because we have Easter dinner in a little bit, and we've got all of our candy and my old laptop down there. So let's clean it up, shall we?
Yep. It involves putting down an orange one first, though.
It does. Gaming nerd eye.
Didn't get sick.
Cookie is here. And everything is starting to come along dinner-wise. So as you can tell, we're getting ready to eat dinner. 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 Well, I'm back in my room now. Fairly late at night. It's closing in very rapidly on midnight. Which means I need to get to bed soon, because as per just about usual, I need to take Sarah to the train station tomorrow, and I've got a bit of work to do myself. Including the past few days of vlogs with all of the incredible amounts of footage sources. Good lord, it's going to be an interesting day cutting tomorrow, and well, it's going to be interesting in a few other ways from that. Now, hate to break it to you, but bad news and worse news coming up here. As always, I usually try to leave these things, if possible, for the end of the video so that you can, if you don't want to hear any bad news, feel free to click away. So I'm going to give you a chance, because, well, I've got bad news and I've got worse news. So, here we go. You had your chance to click away, and I hate having to do this. I really, really hate having to do this. But there are times in my life where I need to step out of the fun parts of the vlog and kind of tackle something serious, because my life can't be entirely fun and games now, can it? Well, I try my best to make it that way, but it doesn't always work out that way. So, sad news time. You were warned. Your last chance to click away. Alright. Gave you guys enough warning. So, as it was a couple weeks ago on the vlog, there was that vlog called You Never Leave, I think it was called, where one of our cats, Stella, came up here and she kind of drastically changed her behavior that day, and from that point forward, she kept kind of moving around and coming upstairs, and you're just doing kind of things that she generally never did before, because as you know, you're well aware if you've watched the vlogs before, and she never ever left the room downstairs. Like, in the back, she never bothered to leave it. She was contented back there, and we had problems because she could not control her, or either could not or did not bother controlling her bladder, so she would pee everywhere. But we took her to the vet several times, and they couldn't find anything wrong. So we really weren't certain about any of this, but she was taken to the vet a few days ago now because she had a limp to her foot. And my sister noticed, and they noticed a scab on the bottom of her foot, and they took her to the vet, and they kind of brought her there, and they brought her back eventually, and her condition at that point kind of started rapidly deteriorating, and she was brought back one more time. I'm trying to recall the events myself, but she was brought back one more time, and they rehydrated her, and they took some blood work, and we got the results of that today, and the results of it were not pretty in the slightest. On top of a few other things, Stella has feline leukemia, and is not doing well about that. I'll explain what feline leukemia is in a second, because there's a few misconceptions that come along with it that I would like to knock out right now. But after she got back from the vet the second time, like before they did or right after they did the blood work, the second time, because there's only been twice. Was it 3 times? I don't remember, but she's been back and forth to the vet a little bit, but after she got back the last time, she, kept losing her balance. She has not been able to walk anywhere for the past couple of days, so we made the executive decision to have her put down tomorrow. That's the bad news. What's worse? Well, it glazed over it a little bit, but feline leukemia. For those of you who don't know, it's got the weird misconception of being like cancer for cats, and that's not really true. Um, it's it's not. It doesn't work the same way as cancer at all. It's well, first off, it's contagious, which is the problem, and that's where we're going in a moment. But it's I don't know how to describe it. Like cancer works by like basically mutating your cells and causing them to divide irregularly, which again causes problems, and that's the problem with cancer. Is that it's an irregularity, whereas feline leukemia is more of a virus, which is why I think it's more akin to the human HIV/AIDS. Because it's pretty similar in that regard. It's not like cancer. It's got a weird misconception of being like cancer. As far as I can tell, like looking through a whole bunch of documentation about it, it is not really like cancer. For one thing, cancer is not contagious. Feline leukemia is in a lot of the same ways where it's like fluids and other things being in contact with other cats. And that's what the problem is. If you haven't realized it, there's 5 cats in this house. Stella's only one of them. The other 4 cats are at an insane risk for being put through that. Now, as I mentioned, it is contagious. It is not contagious to humans or dogs or small rodents or anything else. It is simply cats. It is only cats that are eligible to be hit by this virus, and not all of them, for that matter. Several cats are flat out immune to it. Other cats can fight it off, and it's not always fatal if they do manage to catch it. But I believe it operates in a similar way that like AIDS does, where it kind of lowers the cat's immune system. So it's kind of like an autoimmune type of disorder, as from my understanding with it. Again, I'm not a veterinarian. I have not studied this, but that is my understanding of how this works. But so it's bad because, well, this is set in stone. Stella will be put to sleep tomorrow because she is in so much pain that it's really not worth having her suffer any longer. She will be peacefully put to sleep, and she will not live to see whatever may or may not happen in the upcoming weeks to months to years. Because things have the potential, it is not guaranteed, but have the potential to get significantly worse. Because, well, because we don't really know what's going to happen with the other cats. I mean, it's not like we should be like, put them all down immediately, or even, we've been told don't even go get blood work for all of them, because, as long as they're living happy lives, what's the point? We'll obviously have to keep watching them, we'll have to keep kind of seeing what things are like, but for the moment, a couple of restrictions have imposed on both us and them, one, so we've been trying to cut back on it more recently, but they are completely inside cats from this point forward. They are not allowed outside at all, because obviously, as I mentioned, it's contagious. There's a ton of other cats in this neighborhood. So we want to try to cut back and kind of quarantine them as much as possible. The other cats are not getting put to sleep at all. They're going to live out the rest of their lives, however short or long they may be, here. I don't think it's fair for me to say they're not in danger. It's not like we're going and putting them to sleep immediately, or anything like that. We're not even getting them tested right now, because right now there's really nothing that we can do if they have it. It's there. So, for the most part, they're going to wind up living the rest of their lives in peace. They might be very long lives. We don't know. Because, as I mentioned, it's not guaranteed fatal, and it's not guaranteed that all cats, even those exposed to it, will get the virus in the first place. Some cats are completely immune to it to begin with, and some cats can't fight it off. So, but the potential, there is potential, and I would be lying to you if I said there wasn't. There is potential that we have 4 extra cats downstairs that have some form of feline leukemia. And that's kind of scary. And the one other restriction that was imposed on us that I segued away from and forgot to get to for the moment is that, well, you might be kind of obvious, but we're not allowed to get any more cats until this entire litter is gone. Which will be weird, because there has never been a time in my life where we have had 0 cats. And granted, that time might have come for a while, but until all 5 of our current cats are gone, there will be no new cats. And I hate to have these cast iron vlogs because it sucks every single time, but apparently it's, I mean, what is this, day 840 something, and it's happened, actually it might even be daily 850 something, but it's happened 3 times in the course of the vlog, because Wanda passed away right around the end of the first run of the vlog. Oria passed away last summer when I was in LA, and, well, Stella tomorrow. It's always difficult. But anyway, that's the bad news for the moment. So, I guess worse news might have been a little bit of a stretch because it's not defaultly worse, it just has the potential to become worse. For the moment, our minds are on Stella. And again, it's not like quarantining her now is really going to do anything. Not to mention, she's been pretty self-quarantined her entire life. But, yeah, I think that's going to be about it for today. Because, well, I need to get to bed considering I've rambled on now for 10 minutes now. It's 8 minutes after midnight. I need to get some rest because I need to take Sarah to the train station tomorrow. And, well, obviously, Stella's getting put down tomorrow, so that's not going to be fun. But I'm not going to be mentioning that tomorrow unless something new develops. I'm going to leave that to this vlog because I specifically singled this part out, and I always like to leave the sad stuff for last so people can click away, because as much as I like to pretend it is on the vlog, my life is not all fun and games. Speaking of things that are not fun and games, I have schoolwork and things to do tomorrow as well, so yeah, tomorrow's not really going to be that fun. But whatever tomorrow holds, I'll meet you back here for it anyway. See you guys then.